Okay, guys, today we're going to talk about circles. We've been talking about different shapes, and we've been talking about polygons and parallelograms and trapezoids and pentagons and all that kind of good stuff. But today we're talking about circles. And there are two specific things that we want to talk about with circles. First thing that you've got to know, I don't think I knew this until I was in college for whatever reasons. I mean, I knew what a circle was. I knew how to work with circles. I knew all of that stuff. But I didn't know what a definition of a circle was. What is this thing? Right? So a circle is a collection of all of the points that are the same distance from one single point, the center. Okay? So they're all 4 inches, or they're all 12 feet, or they're all 27 centimeters from the center. That's what defines a circle. So when you've used a compass before, and I know a lot of you guys have, right? And this one has a point on one side and this one has a pencil on the other. All right? This is the center here, and then as you spin it around, right, it goes around the circle and comes back. As you spin it around, it's marking all the points that are the same distance from the center. Okay? Now, there are two things that you need to memorize. Yeah, you need to memorize it. Okay? This is called learning. You have to know stuff. All right? So, the formula for the circumference, and I'm going to write it like this, I'll abbreviate it. Circumference equals not 2. I don't want to use that. We're going to use pi times d. Now, I told you guys, you know that pi is an irrational number. Okay? But we're going to use the approximation of 3.1416. That will be our standard approximation for pi. Okay? So I want you to be using that for pi. So the circumference is equal to pi times d. And then the other thing is that the area of the circle. Oh, wait, don't let me leave circumference yet. Circumference is sort of like perimeter, but for a circle. Okay? Perimeter is really the distance around a polygon that has straight edges. But circumference is really the same thing. It's the distance around a circle. Okay? And so since it's a distance, the units are always to the first power. Now, for area, the area of a circle, it's going to be pi times the radius squared. Oh, wait, Mr. Cortez, you said something about that the other day. That area is always squared. Yeah, that's right. That's why I told you. So when we're looking at these formulas and we're trying to think, wait a minute, should I use C equals pi times D, or should I use A equals pi r squared? Well, if I'm looking for area, I'm always going to use the one that has squared in it. Okay? And you can see that circumference just is to the first power. All right? Because it's the distance around. Okay? All right. I think we're ready for that. Let's go into that first example.